Hey y'all, it's Jacoria here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, what's up? Welcome, you in for a treat. We're doing a Bible study right now, and as I mentioned in my last video, this is a 3-part Bible study, and we're talking about what is love, what is true love. And if you know, true love is Jesus, and it only can be found through him. But today we're gonna get straight into it. So as a woman in this world, y'all, we literally can be deceived if we are not in our word. If we're not figuring out who God called us to be, who he made us to be, we will let this world define who we are for us instead of really searching the truth, and we don't put in that necessary work to do so. We always are on the go. And this world is so fast and it's so loud, and sometimes it could really cloud our head and our ears to the point where we don't even hear Jesus. We don't even hear from God. We don't hear what he's telling us to do or what he's saying about us. You know, we just constantly filling ourselves up with lies, and social media don't make it no better, child. Like we can sit here and talk about what this world want us to be as young women, as women. We could sit here and talk about that all day long because it's all lies. But we're going to talk about the truth here. We're going to talk about the truth and nothing but the truth, and we're going to be as real as can be. I don't know if y'all saw the Barbie movie, but I remember when the dolls had got like brainwashed by the man because they didn't know who they was. I said words because they didn't know who they was. And then the lady who was a human had to go spit the truth to the dolls, and then they started snapping back into reality. They started knowing who they were again. But it's one part, I love how she said, like when she was telling them about themselves, it's just the stereotypes, and it's just some things that she said that was so real and was so spot on to what women deal with on the daily. This world wants so much from us. And sometimes we give in. Sometimes we give in because it's literally in our face. And because we don't know the truth. Because we ain't reading our word neither. But that's why it's so important, y'all, to really go to the source. Go to the creator. And be like, hold on, this world a little ghetto, child. It's telling me too much of everything. It's telling me I gotta be some of everything in order to be successful out here, in order to live peacefully. And in reality, y'all, listening to the world will have you living in everything but peace. So today, I pray that this sets somebody free. I pray that this allows them to really continue to seek a relationship with God and to really know who they are, who they were called to be. Just some truths that kind of shine a light on some lies and some evilness and some deceiving ideas and stereotypes and all type of crazy stuff that the world may try to place on us as women. Baby, this is the truth. This is the truth. You are the truth. Watching this, you the truth, baby. Can't nobody tell you who you are and what to be but the one who created you. And if you don't know that, come on, we finna get into the truth right now. I'll be sharing 5 Bible verses that helps you, teaches you what God says about you, and it shows you that he loves you so much, and he wants you to know that. The first Bible verse we'll be reading from is really my favorite right now. Psalm 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. What does this mean? What does this mean? I took notes. Like, I really love this verse right now. When we hear the word fearfully in this Bible verse, fearfully means, or being fearful could mean being afraid. And baby, God made you everything but fearful and afraid. This is not how they're using fearfully in this Bible verse. In this verse, fearfully and wonderfully made mean you were created with great reverence, with great respect. You were made with so much respect and love, heartfelt interest, and to be unique and set apart. He did not make you to fit in with no crowd. He did not make you to be put in no box. He did not make you for the world to define who you are. You don't got to change God's creation to fit into this world. You are special and you are already loved by him. You are in this world, but you are not of it. God set you apart, and it's evident. You ever feel special? Like you ever be somewhere, you ever be with people and sometimes you can't even fit in because you just feel so different? That ain't no coincidence. You different, and that's something to embrace. And that's not something to judge other people about, but that's just something to know about yourself. Know you're different and love that about yourself. Because why would you want to be like somebody else? Anyways, the next Bible verse we'll be reading is Song of Songs 4:7. And it reads, "You are altogether beautiful, my darling. There is no flaw in you." The way you are already is perfect. God knew exactly what he was doing when he made you. From the hair on your head to the toenails on your toes. He made you exactly how you are. Everything that you may feel like is different about you, God made you exactly that way. He made you that way. And he loved that about you. And I want to encourage you to love that about yourself too. There is no flaw in you already. So it just makes me think, as women, why do we ever want to change things about ourselves? Whether that's getting surgery, just really having a desire to change our appearance, to look better, when we were already made perfect in his image. I know why though. Because sin and vanity pressures us to make us want to change things about ourselves. Perversion, it makes you want to devalue what God created. If you don't know what perversion is, let me tell you. Something that is contrary to something else. Who we know that want to be God? Who we know that want to go against everything that God has written, what he has made? Satan. He wants us to change ourselves. He wants us to think so badly about ourselves and to change what God has created, thinking that would make us love us more. But in reality, we really just hurting ourselves. Can I keep it a buck? Changing ourselves from what God made us to be. When I was younger and I was dancing, I used to be like, I'm gonna get my breasts done. And now that I'm older, I'm like, girl, what even would make you say something like that? Like, what? But because it was around me, like people around me was doing it, I would see it on social media. I'm like, okay, like that's all you gotta do. I see they got it. You know, it do look good. I kind of want it too. I want a little something, but I really don't. Cause for what? To look like somebody else? Cause the enemy trying to stick in my head and make me see that, oh, that looks good. It looks appealing. They look more sexier. You should go do that. No, I don't. I'm good where I'm at. Get behind me, Satan. There's some things that make us want to go against what God has created us to be perfectly in his image. Some things that make us want to change ourselves. It's comparison. Seeing what our neighbor have and wanting it. Vanity. Pride. So we could feel more better about ourselves. So we could brag and be boastful. And be like, okay, look at me. Like, where your heart at? Are you doing it with an evil intent? Is pride involved in this decision with you wanting to get your appearance done up or anything? Or is it truly for you to live better? God made you exactly how you are, and you are perfect in his eyes, and that is so amazing. The next Bible verse I'll be reading is Jeremiah 9:17 in the King James Version, because it says a word that I really want to emphasize. So it reads, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, consider ye, and call for the mourning woman, that they may come, and send for cunning woman, that they may come." I ain't gonna lie, King James, I'm an NIV girly, because King James it had me feeling like I ain't even read English, but it really is. It just requires you to really dig deeper. But I am an NIV girly. Don't judge me, because I won't judge you. NIV reads, "This is what the Lord Almighty says. Consider now, call for the wailing woman to come. Send for the most skillful of them." So this one right here, this verse right here, is for my girls who may be more sensitive, like me. My family, anybody who know me, they know. Back then, I got better now, but I would cry for anything. Like, I would cry for anything. I would cry just because I knew how to cry. And this world make you feel like that's a bad thing. Like you're too sensitive. Like you should be hard. Like, what you crying for? You don't need to be hard. You don't need to be crying. You need to have tough skin. Like, you need to be tough. I was told that so much, y'all. And it's true. Some situations don't require you to cry. Like, sometimes you just got to get up and get done what you got to get done. But I even used to cry sometimes and I feel bad about it. It'll make me feel weak. This Bible verse is just so encouraging because God loves a wailing woman. And he actually is saying, these are the type of women that know how to get to his heart. These are the type of women that know how to reach him. These are the type of women that are equipped to pray on behalf of the nation, baby. You ain't not just for yourself, but you know how to get in God's presence and pray for people, pray for the nation. Well, you know how to be a voice for people. You know how to stand up for people, not just yourself. That is your skill and weapon. And don't let this world try to make you feel bad about yourself. Because you're a little sensitive. Because you going to cry. You're going to cry, but I bet you still going to get up too. And that's all that matters. Don't stay down. It's about how you get up, okay? It's about how you get up. The next Bible verse we'll be reading is Deuteronomy 28:13. You the head and not the tail. He has a purpose for you to be on the top and not the bottom. Ain't that something? You gotta let your faith rise to the point where you know that, where you walking in that. God ain't make you to be in nobody's shadows. He made you to be front line for your light to shine for the world. Don't hide that. Because I ain't gonna lie, he won't even let you for real. He wouldn't let me. I tried so many times. Like, y'all remember, it's like a little post. It'd be like, if I catch the right play, y'all won't ever see me again. And I promise you that was me. God had the plans. Like, I'm naturally out the way. But I just wanted to be incognito. Like, for nobody to even see me. But when you have a light, people see that. And don't be hiding your light. I want to encourage you, don't hide the light that God has put inside of you. Embrace it. Let's keep it going, because it's getting good. It's getting good. I just love this. Like, this is even teaching me about myself too. Like, it's encouraging to know what God thinks about me and what he says about me. And yeah, man, let's keep it going. So the next Bible verse, Isaiah 62:3 reads, you will be a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem in the hand of your God. What's a diadem? I had to Google that word. So a diadem is a headband worn as a symbol of sovereignty. What is sovereignty? Power or authority. So this means you serve as God's royal representation. Your life, you are God's ambassador. You are his ambassador. Your life is good works of the Lord. And that is so special. So in this verse, you are a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand. Usually when you wear a crown, it's on your head, right? But if you got a crown on your head, if we on the Lord's head, that means like we really out of sight. We really out of his sight because we on his head. He have us in his hand. That's more of an intimate situation. That means he has us in a relationship and he has us close. The next verse we'll be reading is Ephesians 2:10. The translations are super important too, y'all. I'm really learning how to navigate and get a better understanding from different translations. But the NLT version says, we are God's masterpiece. That means we were designed perfectly to do his good work. Our story is already written. All we got to do is keep going and put our trust in who created us and not let no outside world sidetrack us from hearing from God, from seeking him, from being in his presence so he can lead us and guide us correctly. We are his masterpiece. And we were created anew in Christ Jesus. So we can do the great things he planned for us to do. We can't really do the good things he planned us to do living in the world. How you going to be listening to what God tell you to do? But you over here listening to the world. It don't work. God telling us to keep walking straight. Walk down this narrow path. The world telling us to go zigzag and go up and down and go in circles and stop for a second, get a water break, hold on, keep going. Like it's some of everything. It would drive you crazy. It was driving me crazy. He planned for us to do a good work and he's gonna get it done. How can you become his masterpiece, you may ask? Don't worry, I got you. Let me tell you how you can become his masterpiece. You are his masterpiece already. But let me tell you, becoming his masterpiece is one thing. You are his masterpiece. But living as his masterpiece is another. So the next Bible verse we'll be reading, in the last Bible verse we'll be reading, I hope you learned something new during this time we shared, y'all. About yourself. About who God says you are. And continue to learn it. Continue to learn it, y'all. I learn something new every day. So the last Bible verse I'll be reading from it's the girlie's favorite. It's one of mine too. I'm one of them girlies because I actually have a little bracelet that reads Psalm 46:5. So for the NIV translation, Psalm 46:5 reads, God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at break of day. In this psalm, her refers to Jerusalem. So we're not really talking about a woman. We're not really talking about girls. But her refers to Jerusalem, the city of God, where his people reside. And they were coming under assault. They were being attacked. But God himself was within her walls with the full power of his might. He was with his people regardless of what was coming towards them, regardless of what was happening around them. He was there with them. This verse reveals that God was not distantly removed from his people. Rather, he was always near them and close to their side. Y'all, we ever go through something in life and we be like, God, where you was at? Because how I went through that? But looking back and knowing where I am now today, I'm just like, dang, God, you was with me because you carried me from that. You put me through that. You put me out of that situation. And you got me here now. And you watching this, I know you probably feel like you've been through some things and you probably question God. And you like, God, how you let me go through that? Like, where you was at? But you watching this, I just want to let you know he was there. And he's with you right now. You're still alive right now today. And regardless of whatever was supposed to hurt you, whatever was supposed to try to take you out, it ain't touch you. Whatever was coming towards you, it ain't even touch your soul because God wouldn't let it. It probably hurt it. It probably hurt it. You know, but sometimes you gotta dust that thing off and keep it moving. But he was with you. And he will always be with you. So this verse, the same way God was there for the people of Jerusalem, this is still true for every believer today. God is in the midst, at the very center of our lives. Always. He indwells in us and he lives within us. And God is immovable, which means we're immovable. We are anchored in his steadfast love and his strengthening grace. That's why situations that try to come our way can't move us. As believers, I want to let you know, you can overcome anything that come your way. You can overcome anything that come your way. Trust and believe. Living in this world, maybe I don't know how people do it without Jesus. I'm telling you, I just would never understand. I just would never understand. But I pray for them, boy. What you putting your trust in? When times get hard, what you putting your trust in? You putting your trust in this world. You putting your trust in people. You putting your trust in organizations. You putting your trust in guys. You putting your trust in social media. You putting your trust in other girls. I just don't know. I gotta put my trust in him because, baby, he showed up for me. And he show up and show out every time. And I got a testimony. And I know y'all do too. I know y'all do too. And if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, man. Nowadays, like, when stuff happen, when stuff come, the old me, I be freaking out. Like, I'm like, man, something else. Like, I'm tired. Why stuff keep coming? Like, what? I need a break. But now, I used to be like, you know, it just made me think. I'd be like, why me? Like, why me? But now I'm like, try me. Try me. Come on, what's up? There's something else I gotta get through. All right, God, come on. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. You only gave me a day off, but all right, cool. Come on. Let me put up a sleeves. Come on, let's get through this. I don't know, man. Life just hit different with God. And since she done showed me how good it could get, since she showed me what it's like doing life with him, I don't want to do it without him. And I just thank him for really showing me who I am as a person. And I just want to encourage you to know how special and amazing you are already. You don't got to do nothing else to help God. He don't need your help. He don't need your help, baby. What he really needs is your surrenderance. He needs you to have faith in him and trust him and stop questioning him, because he gonna get you through it. Because I bet he brought you out of something before. In that same way he brought you out of what you've been through before, he will get you through the next thing that come your way and the next thing that come your way. I don't know, God is good and he loves you and he loves us. And like I said, it's a difference between being his masterpiece. You are already saved by his grace. You are already his masterpiece, but living that way, boy. When you really know and when you really walk in that, I don't know, boy, you just ain't going for a lot of stuff that you used to be going for. You gonna live different. You gonna want to do it, because you just realize how special you are. You ain't gonna be giving everybody your time. You ain't gonna be going everywhere. You ain't gonna be getting caught up in the mix, because that's how you lose your flavor. That's how you lose your saltiness. So yeah, really go back and remember these verses, y'all. Remember those verses. Those are just 5 that I'm sharing with y'all, that God has taught me and led me to read, and taught me so much just from reading them. But I would encourage you to continue the learning. And yeah, y'all, this was part 2 of the What is Love series. And in this video, in this Bible study teaching, what we just did, this little time we shared, I really hope you learn how much God loves you and what he says about you. Forget what this world says about you, because this world will be saying some of everything, but God really loves you. And just thank you for being here with me. So all right, see y'all in part 3.